Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, April 15th, tax day. Y'all see me okay? I'm sitting outside this morning. It's about, I don't know, maybe 40, 45 degrees outside. I don't even know. And it's cold. And right now, my 12-year-old, going on 28-year-old, is in the kitchen, 6 o'clock in the morning, frying bacon. And I'm working remotely today. And I woke up. I don't know why I woke up. I had to wake up anyway. I tried to wake up early. I got some stuff to do this morning. It's tax day. I gotta wait until the last minute because, as you guys will learn very, very quickly, it's one of my character flaws among many. And anyway, I go down there and he's making bacon. And it drives me absolutely crazy because he doesn't clean up after himself. I mean, he's 12, so he's gonna make bacon, and he just doesn't clean up after himself. And I mean, he's got like a little, he's got like some emotional issues. Like, he's got some developmental issues. Well, not developmental issues, but he's got like some emotional issues. And good morning. And he's got like, well, they diagnosed him with ADHD. They diagnosed him with some defiance disorder. I don't know. And he's not on any medication because psychiatrist says she doesn't want to put him on meds. He's too young. So we're dealing with it, on a day-to-day thing. But in any event, he's brilliant, and he's smarter than I ever was, and smarter than I am probably now. But he's got some defiant stuff. And so, we try to let him be, independent, but things like hygiene, cleaning up after himself, getting outside, he hates being around people. Like, it's just really tough. It's a struggle. And so I wanted this video to be a little bit about parenting and, how it is truly horrible sometimes. It's hard. It's not horrible, but it's hard because, you want so much for your kids, you want so much for them to be successful and healthy. More than successful, you want them to be healthy. You want them to be happy. You want them to grow up and find the joy and experience the experiences and do all the things that maybe you didn't. And above all, you just want them happy. You want them to succeed, and you want them to conquer every obstacle that they face, and you want to be there for them. And perfect parenting, you see it sometimes. You see it on Facebook, you see it on TikTok, and you see all these videos, right? About perfect parents, like they seem like it's perfect. Oh, Jimmy goes to bed at 8, and goes to school every day and helps his sister with her chores, and little Lindsay, she's a senior at Cal State. There's just all these things, right? And you look at those, and social media is the devil anyway, and I'll have a whole video about that, and it's kind of contrary to what I'm doing because this is social media, right? But I don't have any followers. So as far as I'm concerned, this is anti-social media at the moment. And it's 6 in the morning and I look absolutely horrid. But social media doesn't help, because it, well, for one, it makes our kids' lives difficult. It makes it more challenging. It enriches us, and yet it also takes away some of the things that we could probably be protected from or wouldn't be so hard. And so you see these perfect, scenarios, and you see the things that you'd like to be. do with your kids. And I'm 51 years old. I'll be 51 in a couple months, and I've got 4 children. Mackenzie is in her 30s. She's 32. Alfonso is 26. And my son Troy, 12. Bacon. And my little angel, Coco, who's 5. Who barged in my room this morning at 2:30 and said, I need a new pillow. Okay. She needs a new pillow. In any event, I love them all dearly. They are all they're so different from each other in so many different ways. I thought that was my hair. Yep. And each one I failed differently, right? Looking back. Coco, not so much. Maybe Coco. I don't know. I'm trying with Coco. I'm 50. I'm trying with Coco, but it's just tough. It's really, really tough. So what I do is to deal with some of the challenges with Troy. I just, I used to fuss and fight. I used to do this, that, and the other. And now, with the help from his physician and psychiatrist and to God, I sit. I let him be him, I let him be him. And when I find myself getting frustrated, I just go outside, right? I just go outside and I just sip my coffee, or I sip a tea, or I sip something stronger. Usually not stronger. I'm trying not to do that anymore. That's a whole other thing too. And I just take a breath and realize that, there's only so much you can control. Even as a parent, there's only so much that you can control. And if you try to control everything, you will create a gap of connection between you and that child. Plus, you'll drive yourself crazy. And what it does to a marriage is another thing. Raising kids is difficult. It presents its own set of challenges and beautisms. It really, really does. And one thing I can say at my age now is I'm actually able to really, truly sit back now. I don't rush into things like the raging bull. 1, I got bad knees. 2, I just realized that it's a waste of energy. Sometimes you gotta parent. Sometimes you have to ask. If you can ask the child, how do you want to be parented? That's what my son's psychiatrist told me. Say, have you ever asked him how he wants to be parented? I thought that was ludicrous. I kept thinking about my mom and my grandma and my grandpa. Like, can you imagine? How do you want to be parented? I would never ask that. Like, are you kidding me? Because you think the question is ridiculous. Because you think the answer is going to be, well, I want you to leave me the hell alone, Mom, and let me eat Cheerios, or let me eat Fruit Loops and ramen all day. And I don't want to go to school, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. Like, I want you to leave me alone so I can do what I want to do and, become, a pillar of disgust in society. No, that's typically not the answer. You know what I mean? Sometimes the answer is, I want you to listen to me more. I want you to not talk over me when I'm trying to talk to you. I want to spend more time doing the things I want to do and not some of the things that you think that I want to do, or some of the things you think parents should do with kids. I want to talk about World War II. I want you to listen to me when I'm interested in something and not immediately say it's a waste of time. Did I do my chores? True things. And so, I've learned that that's actually a thing. And when you're my age and you're raising young kids at home, and there's nothing traditional about my life, so my parenting should be just as non-traditional. So I'm trying, and I guess that's the main thing. As long as you're trying, as long as you love them, and as long as you're trying I think you're doing brilliantly. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off for now. Finish my coffee. For those of you who are actually stumbling upon this video number 2, and you're wondering who's this crazy oldish lady in the big jean jacket, that's me. My name is Alicia, and I am Pro Se Mama, and I'm starting this channel as a outlet for myself and also a way to encourage and connect with others who may be, stumbling along being a working parent. Maybe you want to start a career. Maybe you want to be a paralegal. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to do certain things. Maybe you just, want to relate to somebody who's also navigating life too. I work from home, and I also work downtown in an office. And again, I've got 2 young kids at home, and I got 2 crazy dogs, and I love to cook, even though my kids don't like to eat what I make. Remember I was talking about the ramen and the Fruit Loops? And I'm married, and I, have lots to say about all kinds of things. I am the de-influencer of the internet right now. I don't have a perfect body. I don't have a perfect house. I don't have perfect finances. I don't have excellent tips on really, really much of anything when it comes to real life. But I do have some practical ideas and some things that I would like to focus on if you're interested. So please, like this video, subscribe to this little channel. I'm going to be trying to post something every single day just so you can see the life of how I do things. Pro se. All right. Take care. See you later. Bye.